have standing halfway out the ground like that. Yeah, it'd be understood if you tripped over and fell on your face. Or if you were a tiny little kid and you were still unstable on your feet. Yeah, it'd be understandable if you fell flat on your face. But a grown 21-year-old woman falling flat on her face. Okay, not even a real life person is that clumsy, Bella. Or Anna, considering. Okay, rant over. Chapter 2. I am on my hands and knees in the doorway to Mr. Cullen's office, and gentle hands are around me, helping to pull me up. I am so embarrassed. Damn my clumsiness. I have to steel myself to glance up. Holy crow, he's so young. Crow? Miss Hale. He extends a long-fingered hand to me once I'm stood. I'm Edward Cullen. Are you all right? Would you like to sit? He's so young and attractive. Very attractive. Tall, dressed in a fine grey suit, white shirt and black tie with unruly bronze hair and intense bright green eyes that regard me shrewdly. Actually, it takes a moment for me to find my voice, and I think my mouth is plopped open in astonishment. If this guy is over 30, then I'm a monkey's uncle. Oh, please let him be over 30! Of course, we all know that's not going to be possible. I extend my hand to him in a daze, and we shake. As our fingers touch, I feel a strange current go through me. I withdraw my hand hastily, and I can feel myself blinking, rapidly, marching my heartbeat. Is he made of lightning? Please shock her! Sorry, I'm getting unprofessional here. Miss Hale is, indisposed, so she sent me. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Cullen. And you are? His voice is warm, possibly amused, but it's difficult to tell from his impassive expression. He looks mildly interested, but above all polite. Isabella Swan. I'm studying English with Rosalie, Miss Hale at Washington State. I see, he says simply, and I think I can see the ghost of a smile in his expression. But I'm not sure. Would you like to sit? He waves towards a white leather buttoned L-shaped couch. Excuse. The room is vast, with an enormous modern dark wood desk behind the floor-to-ceiling windows. Everything is white, except on the wall by the door. There's a succession of small square paintings, 36 of them arranged in a square. They are exquisite, a series of mundane, forgotten objects painted in such precise detail they look like photographs. Displayed together, they are breathtaking. A local artist. Truton, he says when he catches my gaze. They're lovely, raising the ordinary to extraordinary, I murmur, distracted by him and by the paintings. He gazes at me intently. Is he trying to read our minds? Of course, there's no mind to read. So good luck there, Edward. Yes, Miss Swan, he replies softly. Apart from the paintings, the rest of the room is pleasant enough, but it's quite cold, clean, clinical. I wonder if it truly reflects the personality of the Greek god who sinks gracefully into one of the white leather chairs opposite me. Okay then, he's already being compared to a god. How unrealistic is that? I mean, sure, some people might make an offhanded comment comparing someone to a god, but still. Hell, he might as well be a god with the way he acts, and has her react to him. And think yourselves lucky, I am actually doing the entire fan fiction for you guys. Not in this one sitting, like I said, I'm only going to the end of chapter 2, but still. Lucky bitches. I am disturbed by where my thoughts are heading, so I busy myself with finding the questions that Rose has given me, and then hitting up the mini disc recorder. I am all fingers and thumbs, dropping it twice on the dark wood coffee table in front of me. Mr. Cullen says nothing as I become increasingly embarrassed and flustered. When I finally pluck up the courage to look at him, he's watching me, one hand relaxed in his lap, the other cupping his chin and trailing his long index finger across his lips. I think he's trying to suppress a smile. Sorry, I stutter, I'm not used to this. Take all the time you need, Miss Swan, he says. This might just be me personally, but isn't stuttering supposed to be signified by saying letters multiple times until you finally get a word out? Like, sorry. That might just be me personally, but that's how I think of stuttering. Do you mind if I record your answers? After you've taken so much trouble to set up the recorder? You ask me now? I flush. He's teasing me. I hope. I blink at him, and I think he takes pity on me because he relents. No, I don't mind. Did Miss Hale, explain what the interview was for? Yes, your student newspaper, WSU Eyewitness. To appear in the graduation issue, as I shall be conferring the degrees at this year's graduation ceremony. Oh, this is news to me. And I'm temporarily preoccupied with the thought that someone, not much older than me, okay, maybe 6 years old or so, and okay, he's mega successful. But still, he's going to present me with my degree? I try and drag myself back to the task in hand. Good. Well, I have some questions, Mr. Cullen. I smooth a stray lock of hair behind my ear. I thought you might, he says deadpan. He's teasing me again. I feel the heat in my cheeks and I pull myself up in an attempt to look taller and intimidating. I press the start button on the recorder and try for professional. I read the first of Rose's questions. You're very young to have amassed such an empire. To what do you owe your success? I glance up at him. He smiles ruefully at me but looks vaguely disappointed. Business is all about people, Miss Swan, and I'm very good at judging people. I know how they tick, what makes them flourish, what weakens them, what inspires them, and how to incentivize them. I employ many, many good people, all blondes, and I reward them well. I believe that the road to success in any scheme is to make oneself master of that scheme, and I work hard, very hard, to do that. I make decisions based on logic and fact, and I have good, solid ideas and an exceptional team that can come up with good, solid ideas. Again, good people, and again, all blondes. Maybe you're just lucky. This isn't on Rose's list, but he's so arrogant. Hee hee. And to think she falls in love with him. What does this dumb fuck see in him? I don't subscribe to luck or chance, Miss Swan. The harder I work, the more luck I seem to have. It really is all about having the right people on your team. I think it was Harvey Firestone who said, the growth and development of people is the highest calling of leadership. You sound like a control freak. The words are out of my mouth before I can stop them. Oh, I exercise control in all things, Miss Swan, he says, not a trace of humour in his smile. I look at him and he holds my gaze steadily, impassive, but my heartbeat quickens inexplicably, and my face flushes again. Why does he have such an unnerving effect on me? His overwhelming good looks, maybe. The way his eyes blaze at me. He continues. Besides, immense power is acquired by assuring yourself in your secret reveries that who are born to control things. How many adults actually use words like these? Do you feel you have immense power? Control freak. I employ over 50,000 people, Miss Swan. That gives me a certain sense of responsibility. Power, if you will. If I decide I'm no longer inserted in the telecommunications business and sell up, 25,000 people would struggle to make their mortgage payments after a month or so. I think my mouth drops open. I am staggered by his lack of humility. Don't you have a board to answer to? I asked, disgusted. I own my company, so I don't have to answer to a board. He raises an eyebrow at me. Of course I would know this as if I had done some research. But holy crow, again with the crow. What the He's so arrogant. I change tack. And do you have any interests outside of your work? I have varied interests, Miss Swan. A ghost of a smile touches his lips. Very varied. And for some reason I feel confounded and heated by his steady gaze. His eyes alight with some wicked thought. Okay, how does she fall in love with him if she's finding him arrogant in the first 2 chapters? But if you work so hard, what do you do to chill out? Chill out? He smiles a dazzlingly white-toothed, crooked smile at me. Oh look, he doesn't have straight teeth. Nah, it's not enough. You still a guys do. I stopped breathing. He really is beautiful. No one should be this good looking. Okay, again! How does she fall in love with him? He's an arrogant little fuck. Even she says it. How did Twilight become popular? I'm going to make my view very clear right now. I dislike Twilight because it's got sparkly vampires in it. It's got a Mary Sue. The only decent character in it is Jacob. Alright, if you ask me any character I like from Twilight, even though I have struggled to read the actual book, I would pick Jacob every single time. Except for the fact that he's imprinted on her daughter. So basically he's a pervert already. He's a wee pedo. That's the only downside for him. But other than that, he is actually a really good character. Only downside. But still, Twilight, it should not exist. Because if Twilight didn't exist, this wouldn't exist. And if this didn't exist, 50 Shades of Grey wouldn't exist. And everything would be right in the world. Sorry, that was my own personal opinion. Blah, blah. Personal opinion. To continue. Well, to chill out as you put it, I sail, I fly, various physical pursuits. He shifts in his chair. I'm a very wealthy man, Miss Swan, and I have expensive and absorbing hobbies. I got in quickly at Rose's questions, wanted to get off this subject. You invest in manufacturing? Why specifically, I ask. Why does it make me feel so uncomfortable? And we're finally finished. I thought that I'd be alright there, but still, this has got so many problems in the first 2 chapters alone. Well, actually, the problems aren't that much, but still, this is actually probably decent. And then we get into the shitty parts with all the sex scenes. Oh, I have to read a sex scene. It's not so much the problem with reading a sex scene. It's just reading these sex scenes. Enough, Charger. Thank you for listening. I hope that you enjoyed. And I'm not sure when I'll get the next reading uploaded. Thanks for watching. And I apologise if any of you were offended. Frankly, if you're a Twilight fan or a 50 Shades of Grey fan and you found this offensive, why the fuck did you watch? This has been Crazy Random Anime Girl, and in future, I think I'm going to have to do this with someone else, otherwise I may end up scarred from how stupid this is. Thank you!